Hi! So today we're going to talk about RSI. If you have ever used RSI, you know that it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't work. Or even most of the time it doesn't work. It depends on how you use it. So first of all, let me tell you about RSI. So RSI is the Relative Strength Index. What does that mean? It means that it's a momentum indicator, okay? So it's an indicator, it talks about the momentum of when a instrument was overbought or oversold. And how does it do that, right? So basically it has the value from 0 to the 100, okay? So it's a score of 0 to 100, and it has two bands. It has the upper band and the lower band. The upper band is set to 70 and the lower band to 30. Of course, you can change these bands, the values you can change at settings, you can change at any time, but the default is 30 and 70. So when it goes above 70, it means that the instrument was overbought. When it goes below 30, it means that the instrument was oversold, okay? So now let's take a look at the charts. All right, guys, so now we are looking at a chart. I'm here on tradingview.com. I use this sometimes, not most of the time though. I have other platforms. So now we're looking at dollar-yen pair, okay? So the USD JPY pair. And as you can see here, the screen. So we are looking at H1, okay? The hourly chart, 1 hour, okay? So now we're going to apply the RSI index. So let's look at the RSI here, indicators. Okay, so you just have to type relative, and here we go. All right, so it's the first one here, and we close this. Okay, so by default it comes like this. It's not very beautiful. I can't see much. So let's change this. All you have to do is you click on format, okay? And you see here 14. What does it mean? So 14 here, it means that the RSI is going to calculate its value based on the 14 last candles, okay? So now as we are looking at H1, it means that the last 14 hours, okay? And this you can change to any value you can change, okay? So let's use 14 because that's the default value for the RSI. And you can change the candle as well, so how the calculation is made. So the source here is set to close, so it's the close price. You can set to the open price, high price, low price, and so on, okay? And here we can look at style, all right? I don't like, personally, I don't like purple. I want to set it to red, so let's set it to red, okay? And I think the line is, this line is too thin. I prefer a little bit thicker, so let's change this as well, okay? So how about this? Okay, much better, right? So, yeah, like this, yeah. Like this is beautiful enough. And you can change the upper band, the lower band, the background, okay? So here is the upper band value that I set. It's set to the full value to 70, and the lower value to the lower band is set to 30, okay? So let's leave it like this, okay? And yeah, so we're ready to go. Okay, so we click here on OK. Okay, so here we have the value for the RSI based on the last and based on the close price. Okay, so let's enlarge this a little bit. Okay, okay, and we are ready to go. Okay, so sometimes the RSI works and sometimes it doesn't. So let's look at something that happened here. So Another thing that I want to, let's go back to settings, that it's very important for us to know is these bands, okay? So the upper band here is set to 70, but it's very, I can really see a little bit thicker, okay? So can you guys see it now, okay? So now it's very visible, right? And let's do the same thing to the lower band, because I can't see it much, but now, okay, so now you can see it here, right? Okay, much better. Let's change the color to blue. Yeah, okay. So let's change this to blue like this. And the lower band, let's change it to, I don't know, pink. Okay? Yeah. All right. So much. Now it's much more beautiful, so we understand what's going on here. Okay. So as I said, lower band says that the price was oversold. What does it mean? It means that once it's oversold, we expect price to go up. Why? Because it's being oversold. Okay, so too many people sold it too much. From now on, maybe price will bounce back up. Okay, and if it reaches here, it means that was overbought. So now we expect price to go down. Why? Because too many people bought it and the price is so high, but so high that it was overbought. From here, probably we expect price will go down again. Okay, so that's the theory behind RSI. Okay, so sometimes it works. Okay, so let's see. Looking at this chart. Let's see when the condition was overbought. Okay, so was overbought here. Okay, was overbought here, and then price was here. Okay, so after this, we expect price to go down. And as we can see here, it went all the way down here, right? So this time it worked, okay? Sometimes it doesn't work, okay? So sometimes, and there's a very clear explanation, like no explanation, but is a very clear signal that happened here when it didn't work. When? It's, so you can see that here it worked, okay? Because here it worked, but then here it touched here again, right? So can you guys see this? I'm using my finger there. So can you guys see here that it touched the lower band and price was here, right? So from here, what do we expect? Let me use the... Okay, so what can I use? Oh yeah, okay. So once price was here, right? It touched, for the first time it touches, let's see, that touches here the lower band, okay? So from here, what do we expect? We expect that from here, price will go up, okay? That's what we expect. But look at the price. What happened? Price went down all the way here. So that means the RSI didn't work. It didn't work. Why? So that's the question. Why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work? So the key thing here is to understand the structure. Why am I saying structures? Because can you guys see that price tried to break this level here? Price tried to break this level here, okay? So can you guys see a level of support that happens, it happens here. So can you guys see this level, okay? So this level here, what I can see is that once, twice, three times here, like a few times here, okay, it tries to break this support, but it can't break. And after that, okay, price backed up, okay, went up again. So here it tried to break, price went up, okay, and then here it tried to break. Can you guys see here? Tried to break, but failed to break this level, and price went up again. okay? But then, and here, it didn't even get close to there. It didn't even get close to there, it went up again. But what happens here, okay? Here what happened is that for the first time, okay, it touched here, but the thing is that it broke this level, okay? So what happens is that, okay, it touched here, we were expecting price to go up, but then when I see the band here, I have to look at the price, okay? So when I look at the price, we see that here already broke. So the price already broke this support level here, okay? So when that happens, we have a break of structure. And when a break of structure happens, it means that it will not follow the theory behind RSI. So the theory the theory behind SI is not going to work here because we just broke structure. So what you expect here is that instead of going up, price will just follow according to the break of the structure, okay? So price will just follow the break of the structure and break that structure and create a new low, okay? So you have a new low. Here, you don't have a new low because it didn't go lower than this level. But here you have a new low. So the price here is lower than the structure, okay? And this is a very typical example of when RSI doesn't work, okay? So whenever you encounter a situation that RSI is telling you something, but the structure is telling you something else, you don't enter, because if you enter, it's more likely that you're going to fail, all right? Let's look at another example, shall we? Okay. So we have here that it broke the structure, and we have here that it worked according to the RSI. So let's look at another time that it breaks either the lower band or the upper band. Look left, okay? So what you can see is that here, okay, it touched the oh, it didn't. It didn't. Okay, it didn't. So here is the upper band. Here is the lower band. Okay. So here's the upper band here. Okay. So where are we going to touch? We're going to touch here. Okay. So here touch the lower band. Okay. So you look at this and look at price. Okay. So you look at price here. Okay. And it says when price here made a new low. Okay. And you see that it broke the structure here, okay? It broke the structure here. So here, according to the theory, the price would go up, okay? So here, according to the theory, okay, price would go up. Did it go up? This one is a little bit tricky because it went up, but a little bit to then go down again, okay? And why is that? Is because, can you see here? So you have a small structure, okay? You have a small structure. So this small structure was already broken here because this small structure made a new low. And when it makes a new low, then it's a little bit sketchy. Why? Because it made a new low. So, and it broke here, meaning that it will go up. But then it made a new low, which means it will go lower. So this is another example that when the RSI didn't really work. Well, you can say, oh, it worked a little bit, but this is not that much. Like, of course, you can make a little bit of profit if you are wise enough to close here, but that's not the big cake. That's not the big fish that we're looking for, okay? We are looking for a bigger bite of the cake. So this is when I wouldn't enter because it's not giving me double signals. Like it's giving me one signal, RSI telling me, oh, this guy is going up, but the structure is telling me I wouldn't enter, okay? So now let's look left again and see when it broke again. So you can see that it broke again here, okay? So it breaks here. It means that it's going up, okay? And you can see that it went up a little bit, but then it went down again, okay? So why is that? Here is also like this, because can you guys see this, the structure? So we have the structure here. Okay, can you guys see this structure down there? So the structure is here. So you try to break that structure and then it already broke here, already broke, okay? And then the RSI is here, so it's telling me from here price will go up again. But here already broke, which means the structure is telling me no, it's going down. So here's another thing that I wouldn't enter. And as you can see, it just bounced a little bit back to go down all the way down this level again. So not really, you shouldn't enter, okay? So I hope that by looking at these charts today, you understand. So you understand that we only enter when both the structure and the RSI is telling us the same direction. When the RSI is telling me that we go down or up, and the structure is telling me to go down, so like different signals, then you don't really enter. You only enter when you have a double confirmation. So the RSI needs to say up and the structure also up, or RSI needs to tell me, oh, it's going down, and the structure is always also showing me that it's going down. So when I have double confirmation is when I usually enter. If you have any questions, let me know. Just write your comment below. If you have any other questions in regards to RSI, just tell me, let me know. And I wish you guys a profitable week. Bye.